Hello and welcome to Montreux Riviera. We are so happy to be together again, as it has been quite a long time since we last met. So this morning we are going to do a webinar for you. We'll do it as interactive as possible. So if you have any questions for us, please feel free to ask them in the Q&A box instead of the chat, because there is lots of information or hellos going on in the chat, so we won't be able to find your questions. So the Q&A is the place to ask your question. We'll also do some pollings to ask you some questions throughout the webinar. So please make sure to use the app version so you can see the polls. And just let's get started with the first poll. So have you ever been to Switzerland before? It's going to be interesting to see everyone's knowledge about that. Okay, I hope you can all see the questions. And of course, also I forgot to inform you, the webinar is recorded, so we'll send you the recording afterwards so you can share it with your colleagues or watch it again. Okay, let's see the results of the poll. Okay, so most of you have been to Switzerland on multiple occasions. That's exciting. And what about Montreux Riviera? Have you all been to Montreux Riviera before? Okay. Oh, so there's a nice mix of yes once, yes multiple occasion, and not yet. So fantastic. So we'll try to give you some new tips and introduce you to some news for you. Before I start the whole program, I'd like you to introduce my colleagues. So I'm Karen, the head of the Convention Bureau, and today I'm here with Martina, Celine, and Nicole. Martina works with me in the Convention Bureau, and Celine and Nicole work for the travel trade. So as you can see, we decided to do a joint webinar today, as most of the attractions can be both interesting for the leisure side and the business events. So today we're gonna go through different points, which I'm just gonna do a short introduction about Montreux Riviera before showing you the highlights, then talk some of the business options that we have in the region. We'll talk also about our top events, because we are a region which has lots to offer event-wise. And then we'll take you also on a virtual fam trip, because we'd love to show you the region, but as you cannot come to us at this point of time, we'd love to send a little bit of Switzerland and Montreux to you. And we're gonna finish the webinar with a quiz. Let's get started. Montreux Riviera is located right by the lake. We have a unique microclimate in Switzerland with even palm trees. Can you imagine? It's quite something special for Switzerland. And what I personally love most about the region is that in less than an hour, you can really have a diversity and a change of scenery. If you like more sports activities or outdoors, the mountains are close by. In the winter, you can easily go skiing in less than an hour, or go hiking, or do different outdoors activities. If you're more into traditions and want to experience some Swissness, it's possible to do some cheese or chocolate workshops, go to Gruyere also, for example. You can do a cruise on the lake, and of course also enjoy a fantastic glass of wine in our vineyards that are part of UNESCO World Heritage. And one thing I'm sure you you don't know about Montreux Riviera is that we are the happiest place in Switzerland. Brings me to my next question to you. Do you know why that is? It's a very hard one. Is it because we eat lots of chocolate? Or is it because there is a comedy festival here? Or is it because Charlie Chaplin lived in the region? What do you think? Well, I'm happy to tell you that you are all right, because milk chocolate was actually invented here in Vevey, and we still love and enjoy chocolate very much in the region. And we also have a comedy festival that takes place here every year. You'll find out more about that when Nicole presents that. And of course, as most of you responded, Charlie Chaplin used to live in the region, and his house is now a fantastic museum that makes us laugh every day of the year. Well done, everyone. Now, let's just have a look on the map for those who haven't been here, where Montreux Riviera actually is. So we are located on the east side of Lake Geneva, so in the French-speaking part of Switzerland. And here's my next question for you. Do you know which international airport is the closest to the region? Is it Geneva, Zurich, or Milano? Well, even though we are very close to Italy and Milano is only 3.5 hours away, it is not that one. So let's see if you got it right. Geneva, well done, almost all of you. And for the others, I'll explain it. So Zurich is 2.5 hours away and Geneva 1 hour away. And from both Zurich and Geneva, you actually have train stations directly in the airport, which allows a very smooth and easy transfer to Montreux Riviera. So you don't even need to get out of the airport. You just walk to the train station, jump on a train, and there you go. Enjoy a beautiful Swiss scenery before arriving in your destination. And the good thing also is that if you have like a group traveling, you can privatize a carriage. So it makes it even more convenient that everyone can sit together. And if you have lots of luggage, it's also possible to organize a transfer for the luggage so that you'll find them directly in the hotel. So you don't need to worry about that. Everything is made very easy. And we don't only have the big railway company, we have also a local railway company, which is the MOB Golden Pass. And this, the Golden Pass doesn't only offer train connections to different cities, but it also offers different touristic attractions such as the chocolate or cheese train, which allows you over a day to experience some chocolate making or cheese tasting in Gruyere, Châteaudet, or like in the region. And also something very interesting about the Golden Pass is that there is going to be a connection to Interlaken, direct connection to Interlaken very soon. Now let's meet Jean-François, who will tell us more about that.
Welcome to the Golden Pass Belle Epoque. My name is Jean-François and I'm in charge of the Asian market. The MOB Golden Pass company, who runs those magnificent trains, had a dream since last century, and this dream was a direct connection from Montreux all the way to Interlaken without changing train in Zweisimmen. But this dream wasn't possible until now, and I'll let you guess why.
So do you know what the answer could be? Do you know why it wasn't possible to have a direct train connection to Interlaken until now? Let's see. Of course, it's mandatory to stop for a cheese fondue on the way, but the correct answer is the one most of you answered. Well done. Now let's listen to Jean-François again for the answer.
Hello, it's me again. Here's the answer. We couldn't cross Zweisimmen station because the width of the track is not the same on both ends of the station. You have narrow track from Montreux to Zweisimmen and then normal track from Zweisimmen to Interlaken. But this will be possible from next year on midsummer with the brand new Golden Pass Express. The particularity of this train will be we will adapt the width between the wheel crossing the station of Zweisimmen. Therefore, we will be able to go all the way to Interlaken without changing train. I give you rendezvous next year to test this brand new Golden Pass Express with the last generation of panoramic coaches. See you soon!
Exciting! We can't wait to have the Golden Pass Express to be able to connect Interlaken to Montreux. Now we have already seen some different location and attraction, but of course, once you're in the region, you also need to sleep. Fortunately, we have a fantastic range of hotels in the region, from the small hotel to the 5-star luxury palace, so it's perfect to accommodate any kinds of group. And the important thing also for you to know is that we have all the hotels give Montreux Riviera cards, which offers you not only free access to the public transport, but also fantastic discounts in the local attractions, such as the Sion Castle or the Chaplin's World, and of course also a fantastic boat ride on the lake. But not only hotels give this card, also clinics and wellness, I'm going to give the word to Celine now, who will introduce you more about that. I hope she's here and she didn't stay at the spa. Are you here, Celine?
Yes, I'm there. I'm here. I'm gonna go to the spa later on.
Fantastic.
So hello everyone again. My name is Celine Guido, and I'm very lucky to represent this beautiful region for 6 years now. Together with my colleague Nicole, we are always very happy to assist you to prepare some tailor-made programs for your clients. And let me take the opportunity to, on behalf of all my colleagues, to thank you for all your support in the past, and we are all looking forward to a wonderful collaboration in the future. So Montreux Riviera is very well known worldwide for all the beautiful spas and private clinics. We welcome clients from all around the world for treatment like anti-aging, weight loss, or checkups. And of course, beautiful 5-star hotel spas are the perfect spot for a luxury, relaxing holidays. In terms of education also, the region private schools are very famous and have a reputation for excellence all around the world. Actually, even 3 of them are listed on the best school in the list of best schools of the world. Students can study business, hospitality management, and we also have finishing school teaching protocols and etiquettes. So the region highlights, Karin told you a bit about it before, but the region is unique also for breathtaking panorama with the lake, the mountain, and the vineyards, but it is also home to a cultural heritage, ensuring a large panel of activities to your clients choosing the region. Sion Castle is one of them. It is actually the most visited historical monument in Switzerland. And I always say that the most romantic way to arrive to the castle is with a boat, with a Belle Epoque boat. We'll tell you more after it later. But now I will let Aline tell you more about Sion Castle.
Hello, welcome at Sion Castle. I am Aline Méan. I am the head of marketing, communication and sales. Sion Castle is one of the most fascinating castles of Europe and is the most visited historical monument of Switzerland. It was built 1,000 years ago in these incredible settings between the lake and the mountains. Come, let's go inside. Follow me. Perfectly situated in the middle of Switzerland and Europe, the castle can be really easily reached by coach, by train, or even by boat. Visitors will then discover impressive undergrounds with a prison, great courtyard, rooms with a lot of furniture, as well as a beautiful view from the keep or the towers. There are many ways to visit Sion Castle: individual or group tours, with or without a guide, or even a tour followed by a wine tasting. Sion Castle is also a great place for your event or incentive. Candlelight dinners, cocktails, or even conferences can take place in one of our venues. We are looking forward to welcoming you and your guests at Sion Castle, and we hope to see you soon. Bye!
So now it's time for another question. There is now a new restaurant right in front of Sion Castle. Do you know what the name is? Is it Café Byron, The Marmaid, or Fouquet's? Let's see what the response. Café Byron, you got it right. Also, did you know that Sion Castle may have inspired the Disney artist who drew the castle in The Little Mermaid? If you look at a picture, you will see it is. So next, Lavo UNESCO World Heritage. Let me introduce you to one of the most beautiful places on earth, according to me. Listed as World Heritage Cultural Landscape by UNESCO in 2007, Lavo is one of the world's most magnificent wide-growing regions. There is many ways to visit Lavo. You can include it in your program. You can include it with guided walking tours, with e-bike or a small touristic train. But the important thing is that anything you choose to include in your program, it should always end with a visit of a cave and a wine tasting. The idea was actually to have a glass of white wine with you this morning, but let's be honest, it's only 9 a.m. here in Montreux, so it might be a bit too early for wine. But next time you come, we surely have a glass of wine in Lavo region. Now, let me introduce you to the region with a video.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeanne and I'm working for the association Lavo Patrimoine Mondial. Our job is to preserve and enhance the beauties and the universal values of the World Heritage Site of Lavo. I'm very happy, very pleased to welcome you virtually in our region. You can see here the terraced vineyards, the lake, and of course the famous Swiss mountains. Here we say that there are three suns, the one from the sky, the one from the lake when it shines, and the one of the heat stored in the walls. We count 400 kilometers of walls and 10,000 terraces. Here we are in Grandvaux, one of the 14 villages of Lavo. It's a very charming and peaceful village. It dates from the Middle Ages. Here the houses are tightly packed together to leave space for the vines. You can always find here or in every village of Lavo a winemaker that will be very happy to make you taste his wines. The specialty here is Chaplin. It's a white wine, very tasty and refreshing. This is one of my favorite spots in Lavo. When I have to welcome foreign groups, I always bring them here because you can see almost the whole vineyards from this point. Down here you have Cuy and its famous jazz festival in April. And over there the forest, reminding us how Lavo looked before the vineyards. And I never forget my friend Corto Maltese, which is a famous character in comics of Hugo Pratt who lived in Grandvaux. At least someone I can hug without any risk of coronavirus.
So I'm sure you all agree with me now. The other highlight that we do have is Chaplin's words by Grevin. As Karen said before, Charlie Chaplin lived in Vevey for 25 years. We are lucky to have the only museum in the whole world entirely dedicated to the artist. The visit is a fun and interactive experience, and you should definitely include it. Let's have a tour now.
Bienvenue, welcome back.
So now I will let my dear colleague Martina tell you everything about meetings, incentives, congress and events opportunities in the region. See you soon.
Thank you very much, Celine. Hello, everyone. I'm all excited to be with you today. My name is Martina, and I'm working in the Convention Bureau together with Karin, and I'm very happy to give you a little insight into the business part of Montreux Riviera. It is truly an inspiring destination for meetings, incentives, and congresses. And one of the big strengths in Montreux, as well as in Vevey, is the walking distance. So in Montreux, for example, there are 1,000 hotel rooms within walking distance from the Congress Center, which makes it very handy, not just for big congresses, but also in case you should come to Montreux and have a bigger group which would need to be split into different hotels. You can be assured that the hotels are just a stone's throw away. Now, why choosing Montreux for an incentive trip? There are loads of reasons. I'm personally passionate about the landscape, about the lake, about the mountains, and about this beautiful scenery. And you can literally do any activity you would like to do. I would like to try to take you away for a little moment. If you feel like it, and if you would like to play the game, you're most welcome to close your eyes. And I'll try my best that you forget your day for a little moment. So imagine, it's a warm autumn day. You're sitting on the lakeside. It's very relaxing. You're surrounded by the palm trees thanks to the microclimate. It's still pretty warm. You're sipping on a glass of white wine and you're just relaxing. And at a certain moment you think, I would still like to do something out of my day. You grab your shoes, you grab your coat, and off you go. And just 1 hour after you left this beautiful terrace on the lakeside, your feet touch the eternal snow. And you can sit on a sled and being pulled away by dogs. So it literally is Switzerland in a nutshell. After such a spectacular day, you need a spectacular dinner venue. There is loads. Imagine to privatize one of these beautiful romantic vine growing villages in Lavo, or have a real theme night at Chaplin's World. Or why not having a medieval evening at Sion Castle? Are you more into music? Be assured that there is much as well. You could, for example, spend an evening at the ancient home of Claude Knops, the founder of the Montreux Jazz Festival. I promise that's a night no one would ever forget. Or you could go to the casino. Do you remember the sound you heard before the webinar actually started? That's all about the casino, but you'll hear more about that later. Enough about me. Let's go and meet Remy from the Congress Center and discover this beautiful property. The word is yours, Remy. Oh, actually, before we talk to Remy, I would like to ask you a question. Very sorry about that. Do you know the meaning of 2 and 2C? Do you know what the name actually means? I do have my very favorite answer, which is the 2 mice, 2 cheese. It could also be 2 milk chocolate, 2 cheese. But is that the right answer? Let's have a look. No, it isn't. It's the Montreux Music and Convention Center. Most of you got it right. Well done, you. But now let's go and meet Remy.
Welcome at the 2 and 2C, Montreux Music and Convention Center. I am the General Manager, Remy Crédit. As you can see, the location is unique. We are surrounded by mountains, by the lake, by forests. We have wonderful terraces on several levels where you can have your coffee breaks and cocktails. Opened in 1973, the 2 and 2C was extended in 1983 and in 1993. We propose 180,000 square feet of meeting space, extremely versatile. You can organize everything you want, from exhibition to gala dinner, concerts, congresses, convention, everything is possible. As you can see, the light is everywhere in the building. And now let's discover our jewel, the Montreux Auditorium Stravinsky. This is the best example of versatility we can offer. This is our main hall auditorium Stravinsky. It's a fantastic acoustic because you can change the acoustic depending on the event. If it's classic music, if it's a rock concert, if it's a congress or a dinner. Also, you can see the floor is also flexible because you can have it flat or you can have gradin. And of course, a balcony. In this room, the famous people have been on stage, from musicians, Deep Purple, to Prince, and more recently Sam Smith, but also presidents like French President Sarkozy, or the President of the Swiss Confederation, also Bertrand Piccard, the astronaut, and many CEOs from Switzerland and above. So the team is 25 people. We are all passionate. We love events, and we wait for you to organize your next event in Montreux. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Remy. This is not just a place for big congresses, it's also the place for big public events. And there's Nicole, who will tell us more about the public events and about partying and having fun in Montreux. The word is yours, Nicole.
Thank you, Martine. I'm Nicole. I'm also working in the trade department with Céline. I'm a fan of the nature we have in the region, the panorama, and I love to do all kinds of outdoor activity from the mountain to the lake. And I also love to dance, and I love the top events. So let's go through the season together. And I will present you the Montreux Comedy Festival. It's starting in December. Montreux becomes the capital of laughter. It started in the 90s and is now a really prestigious humor festival. So every evening you will meet stars and new talent. If you are an English speaker, don't worry. We have special evening for you in English. Coming to spring, I love the QE Jazz Festival. If you like jazz, that's the one you should not miss. The festival is held in QE, is a charming wine grower village directly at the lake. During 9 days, there is more than 150 concerts. There is 3 stages every evening and a lot of free concerts directly in the cellars where you can drink wine and listen great music. You have also special event in gardens. And if you will follow my tip, I would definitely not miss the first night, which is the Afro Jazz. Now coming to summer, we have our legendary festival, the Montreux Jazz Festival. So it all started in '67. So we get really famous through this festival, welcoming the biggest star in the world, like Prince, Lenny Kravitz, Nina Simone, and many more. It's during these 3 weeks, you have also a lot of on the stage. So you have 3 different stages every night for concert, and you have a lot of events happening all the period. So for example, if you like jazz, if you like pop, if you like rocks, you have everything. If you prefer to enjoy in the afternoon, you can go on a garden and listen to the new talent, or you can take a boat to have Latino music. You probably find me on the Brazil boat. Or if you prefer to listen blues, we have Blues Train. So I can tell you during these 3 weeks, nobody sleep in Montreux. So we're really looking forward to the next festival. And I can already tell you that Lionel Richie will be part. So rich in emotion, Montreux Jazz. So I have a question for you about it. Back in the past, what famous song was written in the 1971 after the Montreux Casino burned? Is that Purple Rain, Bohemian Rhapsody, or Smoke in the Water? Actually, you almost have the answer in the question. it was a well-known band who get inspired from the fire. Why? Because during a concert of Frank Zappa in the casino, a fan get overexcited and shot a flare gun at the stage. That's why the casino burned and give the inspiration to Deep Purple. Now, later on, we have also the September musical. We are a destination really famous for music. So that festival is more for people who love classic music. The September Musical Festival is one of the oldest classical music festival in Switzerland. 70 years of history. It's the annual meeting for the greatest orchestra, conductor, and soloist. Last year, they decided to choose Russia as guest of honor. And probably next year, it will be Austria. Now let's go in November, end of November until Christmas. We have our famous Christmas market. It's one of the most beautiful markets in Europe. So let's go on the lake, walking and having all these beautiful 170 chalets, all decorated, all lighted, where you can do your Christmas shopping. It smells good. Oh, let's have a fondue and drink some hot wine. That's what we like to do here during the market. Are you coming with children? We can have a chocolate workshop. We can have a candle workshop, or we can do something really unique that only on this market you can find. So we take the train. After a ride of 50 minutes, we're on the top of the Rocher de Nez. And what will you find? Who will you find in the grotto? The Santa Claus. Yes, you can meet the real Santa Claus. And you can also see it every evening flying all over the market. If you're coming on the weekend, you can also enjoy the Christmas market directly in the Castle of Sion. Thank you. I give my words back to Carrie now.
Wow, so much inspiration. I hope you got inspired by all these fantastic activities and events taking place in the region. We'd love to be able to share them with you here, but as it's not possible at this point of time, we were thinking of finding a way to bring Montreux Riviera to you. So we put together a special fam trip, virtual 3-day fam trips for you. So enjoy, have a look, and get inspired.
Boom.
Let me see you, Montreux. We love you.
Wow, I hope you enjoyed your fam trip as much as I did. Now that we are back in Montreux, let's start to go back to our last point of today's webinar, which is the quiz. As you just saw in the webinar, we in the fam trip, sorry, we have the Glacier 3000 that is located just an hour away from Montreux. Come on, let's go up to the mountain and meet Félicien.
Hello everybody, welcome to Glacier 3000. Glacier 3000 is the mountain to visit in the Lake Geneva region, especially in the Montreux Riviera region. My name is Félicien, I'm the sales manager here, and I have a question for you. You can see the peak walk behind me. That's the only suspension bridge to connect two peaks in the world. And do you know how long is this bridge?
How long do you think it is, this bridge? 57 meters, 107 meters, or 70 meters long? This is just a guess. Let's see the results. Well done, everyone. You got it right, 107 meters. Let's go back to Félicien, who will give us some more explanation about it.
Okay, so you just saw me on the peak walk. The answer is that this bridge is 107 meters long. So it's just amazing to cross it, and from here you can even have the view on the Jungfrau, on the Matterhorn, and on the Mont Blanc. So if you are staying in the region, really don't miss a visit to Glacier 3000 because it's really amazing.
How impressive, and such a nice view from up there. But come on, let's go back down to the lake. And now we are in Vevey. Vevey is the home of the international headquarters of Nestlé, is also where milk chocolate was invented, and is also where we can find the Alimentarium, the Food and Nutrition Museum. So in the region, we love wine and gastronomy. You've heard about the wine before with Céline, and gastronomy, we have lots of different restaurants, from the small restaurant to the Michelin star restaurant. And right in front of the Alimentarium, there is actually a piece of cutlery in the lake, which brings me to my next question. What piece of cutlery do you think we can find in the lake right in front of the Alimentarium? A knife, a fork, or a spoon? Let's see who gets it right. A fork. Well done, everyone. Let's have a look at it to see what it looks like. And this is the landmark of Vevey, actually. Now that we are by the lake, let's catch a boat. We have the local boat company, the CGN, which has a fantastic boat fleet, modern boats, but also Belle Epoque boats. How many Belle Epoque boats do you think we have on the lake? You think it's 2, it's 8, or it's 20? Let's see the answer. 8. Yeah, it is 8. Come on, let's go meet Martin, who will tell us more about the boat company.
Hello, my name is Martin. I'm working as key account manager for CGN, the Lake Geneva Boat Company. Behind me you can see the boat Montreux, which was built in 1904 and which is the oldest of our boats. It is one of the 8 Belle Epoque paddle steamer we have in our fleet. However, we have also several modern boats which we operate all over Lake Geneva. We are happy to welcome your customers, be it individual customers or groups, on board. And if you have very large groups, you can even rent one of our boats for up to 700 people. We are looking forward to welcoming your customers on Lake Geneva.
Fantastic. So now let's get on the boat and enjoy a fantastic boat ride all the way towards Montreux. So now that we are back in Montreux, the city of music, you can see the statue of Freddie Mercury looking at the lake. He's so lucky to be able to enjoy the sunset every evening. Do you know which band he was playing with? This is my next question to you. I'm sure all the music lover will know that. Let's have a... Yes, it is Queen. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. And actually, Queen used to have a recording studio here in Montreux, which is inside the casino. And this recording studio is now the Queen Experience Studio that can be visited. So you can listen to some of their tracks, see some of their accessories. It's a perfect location to visit if you're a music lover. Well, this is the end of the quiz. Well done. You really did a fantastic job. And now are all Montreux Riviera experts. Well, thank you everyone for staying with us the 45 minutes. I hope you enjoyed our webinar. Please stay safe and let's keep in touch. We hope to see you very soon again, wherever it is on the planet. Have a great day, a great evening, wherever you are. We hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye.